All right, what's up, motherfuckers? Ready for G.S.R tonight on May 25th, 2022, Wednesday night. Just wanted to check the sound,
Got
make
the
sure
echo
we're
on,
good. We're
boy.
good. But yeah, just got done watching the Heat and the Celtics. Celtics blew the Heat out. Uh, Heat are in trouble. We going into what game six of that would be Friday.
Game 6.
On
Fucking
Friday, I think that's going to be the end of the series. I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be the end of the series for the Mavs and Warriors. I think Warriors going to close that out tomorrow.
I don't know, man. Look, I've been thinking they better close it out because I'm gonna tell you why, man. You don't want to go back to Dallas and give them the chance to make it 3-3 because you seen what Dallas did in Game 7 to the Suns.
Well, wait a minute. First of all, we have the first thing we have to get to is for you new people that don't know. This is Steve. He used to be here all the time. He ain't been here for a while. He's been here for a while, but he's here tonight.
Back in the building, baby. Doing it
So,
big.
so some of you are probably looking at him like, "Who's this dude?" Some of you might not
we need
have found our channel while you when you were still here. You know what I mean? New
that's
people,
true.
but hey,
We need to have the missing shirt right here. My brother got two of them. We need. I'm gonna have his ass give me one of them. We're gonna put it up right here.
yeah, man, we're starting to get a lot of stuff from people.
Hell yeah,
Well, what's up, Eddie? How you doing tonight?
my boy Eddie. Big
But yeah, man. The first half of the basketball game, it was a close game. I mean, it was a real close game. Looked like we can finally even about even about halfway through the third quarter, it still looked like we was going to get a competitive game to the end. And then the Celtics just took the game over. You like blinked and they were up by 14.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Jaylen Brown happened. Jason Tatum, and I think Jimmy Butler is just broken down at this point. He just looks like a broken man out there. His teammates are bricking shot after shot. Oladipo can't. You seen it? Oladipo airballing 2 shots in a row. I think Jimmy Butler's spirit is just broke.
Well, they were playing good, and then all of a sudden they decided it was just time to just start chucking up threes, and if you're not hitting them, then you're in trouble. It's like and they were missing bad. I mean, they weren't even missing. It wasn't even like hell. There was like four of them that didn't hit the rim. Two of them were back to back shots by Oladipo. Then I forget who I think Duncan Robinson. I think threw one up there to that almost like Oladipo's.
You can't even blame him though. He hardly gets any playing time.
No,
He ain't
no,
even got a chance to get no rhythm.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I don't even know if that was the right move. I mean, Max Strus is really good, but you've seen how he's been playing.
Well, the reason they took Robinson off the floor is because he's such a defensive liability.
Yeah, but I get that. I do get that.
And,
but they got so many dudes that can make up for it. I mean, Duncan Robinson is one of them dudes that can heat up and knock down 5, 6 in a row. So I mean, but I get it. Like Max Strus is definitely a better defender than Duncan Robinson. But Strus, I mean, I felt like Strus was one of the guys on the Heat that he had to hit shots. He had to hit those big shots for the Heat to have a chance to win a title. And I don't know if Duncan Robinson would have hit him either. But I just feel like he's definitely not going to do it because I feel like they done killed the confidence of that young man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they done killed his confidence. Like, you're going to come in and the coach of the Heat, Eric, what's his last name? Spolster or something like that. I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. Spolstra. Yeah, man. He's a great coach, man. You can't deny that.
He's a good coach.
So I definitely don't. He probably knows more than I know. So
since you brought up Spolstra real quick before we move on, who do you think the better coach is? Because this is a debate on some of the other shows I've been on. Is Eric Spolstra a better coach than Doc Rivers?
I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm one of them people. You know me. I think Doc Rivers is. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't that championship he won and those years that he was making it far in the playoffs. I didn't watch it like that back then. How long ago was that when he won this shit? probably it had to be like 10 years ago or something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was a long time ago in my eyes.
It's been a while.
I'm 29, so I was 19, something like that, and I was out doing shit back then. I wasn't watching basketball sitting at home watching basketball like that. So I can't talk about that. But what I've seen of Doc Rivers, and there was one time when he was the coach of the Clippers, and it was like Game 7 or something. I think it's when they blew the 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
And I seen it right before the game. They were showing Doc Rivers, and he was like, "What speech?" They asked him, "What speech? What did you tell your players before the game to get them hyped up and ready to play?"
I know what you're talking about.
And he said, "I didn't say anything. These are grown men. They don't need to hear that. Like they just need to go out there and play." And some people might like that shit.
But these are grown men. They shouldn't need a speech to motivate them to play or something like that. I remember what you're talking about.
Which is
but then
true.
Look last year when he started throwing his own players under the bus, threw Ben Simmons under the bus.
That's what I'm saying, man. And I don't like you. I'll
tell you what, though, Spoelstra's a good coach, but this new Celtics coach, I can't pronounce his last name, so I really don't even want to try to say it because I'll know I'm going to butcher it. But he's done a great job with the Celtics this year in his first year there, especially the way they started their season because they got off to a rough start because of some injuries and stuff. And I mean, they were like the 9th, 10th seed there for a long time, and then got their way all the way back up to the number 2 seed. The second half of the season, man, the Celtics looked tough.
Yeah, they did. Right before the playoffs, they were damn near unbeatable.
I really do. I like this coach that they got. I think they made a good choice with him, and I know this is his first year, but be a first year coach and have your team where they're at. And have your team on the verge of being in the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? It's a hell of a first year.
I just think he came in there at the right time.
Hey.
Which I can't hate on him. And so does Steve Kerr. You know what I'm saying?
You got to take advantage of the opportunities that you were given.
I agree. But I think if it was Brad Stevens still in there, the same thing would
be no, I'm not saying it wouldn't, but hey.
But
being a new coach, it could have easily went the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him, man. And I think he's a great coach. I mean, you can't deny it. But I think Tatum I think if Chris Middleton didn't get hurt, they wouldn't even be where they're at right now, for one. But hey, who knows? They're a great team. They might have still beat the Bucks. I don't know.
No, I honestly think the Bucks would have been in the finals if Middleton don't get hurt. I think the Bucks was the best team in the East when healthy.
I agree.
Giannis is. I mean, I think he's right up there as the best player in the world right now. I mean, dude's almost unstoppable, and you can tell he works on his game. His mid-range game's getting better. Even shooting 3-pointers, he's gotten better.
He's really been knocking down some threes, man.
He drastically improved at the free throw line. So I mean, you can tell that he works and he's working out his game, and he's almost unstoppable, especially if he's hitting his free throws, because you can't stop. I ain't seen hardly anybody have sustained success trying to stop him from getting to the rim.
You can't have success
stopping Giannis. If he keeps developing his jump shot, dude, he'll be unstoppable.
I do think that, and he don't have a bad jumper, really.
That's what I'm saying. If he just keeps working on it and gets a little bit better, dude, he's gonna be unstoppable, because you either gotta give him room and let him shoot and dare him to shoot that shot, or he's gonna drive by it.
The closest anyone ever got to stopping him was the Celtics this year. They had him down to shooting like 46%, and that's the lowest Giannis has ever been. But I feel like a lot of that had to do with Chris Middleton being out, because there wasn't that threat. And there wasn't that threat. He could swing it out to Chris Middleton, and Chris Middleton can create his own shot. So,
they were missing Middleton badly. Because our reason I took Boston to beat the Bucks was because Middleton was out. Because I had the Bucks winning if they were healthy. I thought it was going to be Bucks and the Suns in the finals is what I predicted.
I'm so happy the Suns lost.
And honestly, as the year went on, I started thinking that the Warriors was going to win it, but I had already said, so I was going to stick with my pick. But now, I still think the Warriors are going to win it.
I do too. But I'm very.
But I'm hoping Boston comes out of the East, because I think the Celtic and Warriors series will be a lot better series than what the Heat and Warrior series would be because of
Definitely.
because of the Heat. They have too many lulls where they don't score, and if you do that against the Warriors, you can be in trouble real quick. If you go through a 4 or 5 minute stretch where you can't hit those shots, and you see Miami do that a lot. That's one thing that scares me about Boston because they'll do that sometimes as well. If you go, man, you can't have a 3 to 4 minute stretch against the Warriors where you don't score. You do that, you might be down 20. You know what I mean? If the Warriors are hitting their shots, you might be down 20.
You said the Bulls gave Giannis hell.
Hey,
Hey man,
they did. They made him work his ass off. That's for damn sure.
Bulls got some work to
But
do.
well, that and the Bulls do have some work to do, but also injuries killed them too. With once Lonzo went out,
Yeah, Lonzo going
and
out
them
hurt.
guys, injuries did hurt Chicago because they were. I mean, hell, they were right up there toward number one seed, and the injuries and COVID, and I'd like to see what they could have done if healthy. But now it looks like they're probably going to break up some of that team.
Yeah, Levine's gone. Nah, I don't know. Levine, I don't know if he would leave. Why would you leave once your team's finally starting to get on track? Man, that don't make no sense.
Rumor is that he wants to go somewhere where he's the number one guy.
I think he should have been the number one
But
guy.
where are you going to go to be the number one guy at that you're going to have a chance to win?
I don't know.
Where's he going to go and be the number one guy at and be in a better situation than he is in Chicago?
I don't know if Levine's the number one guy.
I don't think he's the number one guy. But what I'm saying, where is he going to? If he leaves Chicago, where is he going to go? Where he would be the number one guy and be in a better situation than he is now. You go to the Mavericks. You're not the number one guy. Luke is.
I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. He'd have to go to somewhere like Orlando or something.
But you
But
know
he
what I
ain't
mean?
gonna be in a better situation though.
No.
Maybe in a couple years, Orlando, man.
Yeah, but I mean, but not.
They're cooking up something down there, man. And they got that number one pick. Whoever them top three picks are gonna be.
Who do you think the Pacers are going to pick with number 6?
Ivy.
I think they're going to go Keegan Murray from Iowa.
What do you think if they did?
I like
You
him.
like Keegan Murray?
Dude can ball. He's a
He
scorer.
can ball.
He's a scorer.
He can ball. I mean, Pacers are cooking up a little something, man. They got Halliburton. They got some nice young centers.
But we say that every damn year, and it's
Yeah, I know.
injuries, and then they look like my damn Cincinnati Reds that can't win a game for over a month. But
I know.
we finally won tonight.
Hey, Reds with a big win tonight. Shout out to Reds, man.
Just to finally beat the damn Cubs.
But
I've been hearing about that all week.
fucking Cubs, bro. Cubs fucking trash.
Huh?
Levine to Sacramento. Sacramento and them getting the 4th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Which is
And you
crazy.
have
Sabonis sitting up there happy as hell.
Yeah, and say you have Sabonis there. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad fit.
That wouldn't be a bad fit at all. But man, the Kings are just a terrible organization, man. I don't even know if I'd want to. If I was Levine, I don't even know if I would want to go there. But I can see they're not a bad team, man. And I mean, they have potential. Let me say that. But they can't figure out what they're doing over there as far as coaches, and they're just. I don't know, and I don't know how you get rid of Halliburton. To be honest with you, I really don't. But I'm happy they did.
What do you think is going to happen in tomorrow's game? Warriors Mavs, game 5.
I think
Warriors are up 3-1.
I think Mavs win.
I think the series is over tomorrow. I think the Warriors gave them their one game last night.
I don't know if I think Mavs win. Like, I'm just kind of saying that because I hope it happens. But I really think the Mavs can win this game. I really believe that.
What I want to happen is I want the Warriors to win, and I want the Warriors to go into the finals. I want Curry to have a good series and win and get the damn finals MVP. So then maybe people will give him some more of the respect that he should get. People just want to look at him as a shooter. Oh, so he can't play defense. Hell, he tries harder on defense than a lot of guys do. For one, for two, he's probably the best shooter that's ever played the game. For 3, the dude's been balling all damn season. He should already had a Finals MVP. So I hate people. Oh, he would have been Finals MVP. Iguodala shouldn't have got that Finals MVP
Fuck
over
no,
Steph.
man. Come on,
So
man.
he got robbed on that one, and so that's why I want him to get this, because that's the one thing that when you talk about where people rank, they'll say, well, you don't have a Finals MVP. Well, that don't mean fucking nothing, because sometimes they get a Finals MVP to the wrong person.
Yeah, fuck yeah, they do. I think Warriors win it, man, and he's gonna get Steph gonna get his Finals MVP. But I don't know, man. I just want to see Dallas win this next game. That's all I know. I just want to see Dallas win this next game. Go back to Dallas, tie it up 3-3.
You just want to see a better series.
I
That's
wanna
all
see a
you want.
better
You just want to
series.
see more basketball games.
Every game I watch, man, this playoffs been nothing but blowouts.
Stevie's
man.
like, man, if we don't want to have no basketball for a week if both games in tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah,
The finals start next Thursday. So Stevie's like, no, let's extend this as long as we can, so we don't have no days without basketball. That's what Stevie's thinking.
I'm ready for some action, man. I'm ready for some crazy shit to happen. And I heard earlier, man, it's like 150 out of 100 in the playoffs of all time. Teams up 3-0. They've never came back and won.
No.
It's like out of 150 times.
Yeah, it's never happened.
It's never happened. The odds, the statistics and the odds say it fucking has to happen anytime. Like anytime it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I just don't think this is the time.
Oh, if Mavs somehow win this next game, they're winning the series. If they win this game, that's why I think it's possible, because I think if they win this game, they go back to Dallas and tie it up 3-3.
Now, if they win this game, make it 3-2, and then if they was to go back to Dallas and make it 3-3, then I would say that the Mavs were going to win the series. But once it got 3-2, I would still favor the Warriors. But if they were able to make it to 3-3, the Warriors would be on the ropes holding on with one fucking hand.
Yes.
But I don't see it happening, dude. I just don't. It's just because here's my thing. Last night, the Mavs shot the lights out of the ball. Are the others or the role players, whatever you want to call them, are they going to be able to carry the way they shot last night on the road?
Hell no.
And probably 80 to 90% of the time, it don't. That's why home court's so big, because your role players role players and bench usually play better at home than they do on the road. And that's what worries me. Yeah, they shot their ball great last night. Is it going to happen again tomorrow? I don't see all them guys hitting some of them shots they were hitting. Nah, but the Mavs have missed a lot of open threes in this series as well.
And it's at this point you're playing with house money. I mean, you have nothing to lose, and the pressure almost comes a little off of you and goes on to the Warriors now. So, can the Warriors handle that pressure to close the series out?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they make it 3-2, then the pressure starts to mount a little bit. But if you get 3-3, that's when the pressure is really there. And then that's when if you're the Warriors, you're like, man, we really lost 3 games in a row, these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I understand. I just don't think it's going to happen. Now, you got Damian Hernandez over here. He's on your side. He said the Warriors have choked many times before, so I can see Mavs coming back. But
I'm telling you, it's coming. Luka Magic about to cook up some magic and make that shit happen, baby. Luka's cooking something up, about to drop a 40-piece and a dub tomorrow, and I can't wait.
You think so?
I think so, man. I think Warriors are gonna choke, man. I think.
All right, hey, we'll be like Skip and Shannon. You'll put a quesadilla on it.
Hell, I definitely. I'll put a quesadilla on motherfucker. Them winning the game tomorrow, but winning the series, you got to give me like 10. It's like plus 1,500 from them winning the series right now. You got to give me 15 cases for one.
Fuck
that. To win the series, but hey, plus 1,500. Go ahead and throw $10 on that, man, and have some fun with your money, man. Because they come back if they win this next game, that motherfucker cashing. Odds are gonna go down to plus 400.
I'll put $10 on Tiger Woods to win that PGA championship last week.
Hell
fuck
yeah.
you! I got him at like 90 to 1. I put $10 on it. Fuck you! I
never know.
I didn't think there was a very good chance he would win it. But
who won?
But it was Tiger Woods. You know what I mean? Honestly, I don't know. I didn't watch it on Sunday because I was at a wrestling show on Sunday, and I hadn't even looked it up.
Don't tell me it was Cameron Smith.
Oh no, he was right up. I know he was right up there after Saturday.
That's who you. Every tournament, but put your money on Cameron Smith.
I put $10 on Tiger at like 80 to 1. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Because I was thinking it probably isn't gonna happen, but then I'm also thinking to myself, it's fucking Tiger
It's
Woods.
Tiger Woods at the end of the day.
So I was like, it's $10. And actually, it really wasn't 10. It really wasn't. It was a credit. You know, I mean, it was one of my free bets I got. So it was it was already my $10 that I lost. So let's just try to get my money back. But like I said, I hit a parlay Saturday night on the NBA on 3-pointers. That's crazy to be me and your brother had the same bet.
I know, that's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna look it up and show you my bet, and we'll see if we'll make sure they're the exact same.
I can't believe that shit either. But hey, that was a good ass bet because you knew motherfuckers.
And then on the UFC, I was one fight away from hitting my parlay on it.
On the last one?
Yep,
I was too. Which one did you lose?
I'll have to find my notebook. Remember now?
I lost to Holly Holmes. I had Holly Holm winning. I don't know why I had her winning.
No, I had Vieira winning that fight.
I remember watching her fight, and I was like,
I'll tell you what, dude, that was a hell for just being a fight night card. That was ended up being a hell of a card.
Yeah, it was a good. It was better than the last pay-per-view.
Every fight on there was a good fight. I thought the judges screwed that Adler in the first fight. I thought he won that fight against that Park. Okay, the Chinese guy.
You thought he lost?
Yeah, that first fight.
Yeah, I was playing the game and shit with Austin, but I had it on in the background, so I didn't. I was catching bitches.
But then there's people, and there was also people who thought that Holly Holmes should have won the fight because of her clinch control. Dude, I had it real close. I didn't know who they were going to pick to win. I honestly told Dad, I said I wouldn't be mad if they called it a draw. But I understand the clinch control, but also how much damage did you do out of that clinch control? So it's
right. Well, from every time I looked over and was watching it, it looked like Vieira was putting it on her. I mean, Holly Holmes' face was beat red, and old girl looked like she hadn't even been touched.
I had it 3-2 Vieira by a small margin, and Dad had it. I think Dad had home. No, Dad had Vieira winning by a small margin. It was the fight before we were opposite, but like I said, it was 3-2. But I told Dad, I said I think it's either Vieira by split decision. I said, or it could be a draw, or if they even if they gave it to home by split decision. You really couldn't argue that much because it was that close of a fight. So, I mean, either way, it was going to be hard to, unless they came out and gave somebody a unanimous decision and just like 29-26, and then I'd be like, them fucking judges need fired. But when the scores came out, they were about like what we thought, and that fight was real close.
I think a lot of people were saying that Holly Holm got robbed because it's Holly Holm. Like she's a legend for what she did to Ronda Rousey. Like everyone knows her. From that moment, that was one of the craziest moments in UFC history when you really think about it. Like everyone thought fucking Ronda was untouchable, and fucking Holly hit her with that fucking head kick and changed her life. She was never the same after that head kick, bro. So Holly Holmes is a legend, and you want to like she's one of them people you want to see win. You know, like everybody's wanting to see her win. But from what I was seeing of the fight, because like I said, I was watching it on and off. It looked like Vieira was piecing her up. From what I saw, every time I looked over, she was hitting her with something nice.
No, yeah. What kept Holly Holm in, and what kept her in the fight was the clinch. And that's why I say people say she had clinch control. Yeah, but when they were in distance, Vieira was landing a lot more punches and doing a lot more damage. But now, yeah, Holly would get her in that clinch, hold her up against the cage, land a few knees to the body. But when they were separated, Vieira definitely had the advantage on the feet.
Yeah, and even from what I seen when they were clinched up, she was still hitting her with some shit. Like she was still doing more damage.
But, I mean, that was a great. I mean, it was a good card. I enjoyed watching it especially for one that went a pay-per-view. And one fight in that last pay-per-view who was it that they just stood there and danced the whole damn time?
Rose and Esparza. Dude, what did you hear what Rose said after that fight? She was on there talking about why should I have to mess this face up? Like what?
Yeah,
she got Rose has got too many yes men in her corner.
That was the most terrible fucking fight I'd watched in a long time. They did absolutely nothing.
Rose fought the perfect fight for Esparza. The perfect fight for Esparza.
Absolutely nothing, dude. It sucked to watch. Now the main event on that fight, I like.
It was good. Who was that again? I don't know why I can't remember this shit, man. I know why I can't remember.
It was no, it wasn't Font. That was the other free one.
It was a title fight.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
I'm going blank too.
I'm just blank as hell. I know that fucking Chandler knockout was fucking insane. Fucking insane.
Yes.
That shit was crazy. Oh, it was Oliveira.
Yeah.
Oliveira and Gaethje. But yeah, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. But
Yeah,
Gaethje fought
Then you
stupid.
had Chandler and Ferguson, right?
Ferguson looked good that first round. Ferguson looked good that first round, but
we just got that and said, oh, Ferguson fought about a perfect first round, then pop. It was done.
night. Sleep tight.
Which I had Chandler anyway because Ferguson his last couple of fights he hasn't been the same fighter at all. I mean, once you in fighting, man, every time you step in that cage, you're losing something.
Yep.
And he's especially when you get in wars like he's been in, man.
Yeah,
he gets in there. It does a lot of wear and tear on your body fighting his style that he fights because he gives a lot of damage out, but he takes a lot of fucking damage too. Just like Indiana native Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins will do a lot of damage, but that motherfucker will take a beating before he does it.
You can take a hell of a beat too.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But how long can your body hold up taking that beating? Every time you take a beating like that, even if you win the fight, it's still taking a lot. It's taking a lot out of you. I mean, your body can only handle so much of that grind. That,
especially when you're getting a little bit older too, you know. I mean, you lose it, man. And I hate to say that, but I mean, I think Ferguson will be back, and he needs to fight someone that he could beat. Like he needs to. I don't want to say that, but like he needs to fight somebody like not the top dog. Like he needs to go down and fight someone 10th or 11th or something, and get him a win, man. And get some confidence back, and then maybe take another Gaethje fight or Chandler fight. But I think. Oh no, you're good. But no, I think Oliveira. I want to see Oliveira and Islam.
That's a fight I want to see too.
Hell yeah, I want to see Oliveira and Islam, man. I think Islam. But also, I want to see Oliveira and Chandler again because Chandler was beating the brakes off fucking Oliveira, bro. That first round was maybe possibly should have called the fight. I mean, I had 1,200 on the line, so it'd have been nice if they'd have called the fight. I had it was like $10, $12 bet or some shit, man. And it came down to Oliveira and Chandler. And first round comes out, Oliveira hit him with a little something nice. Chandler said, "What? That's all you got?" Hit Oliveira fucking Chandler busted him, slumped his ass. Was beating the shit out of him. I was thinking, man, ref, just call it, bro, so I can win this quick 12 piece. Didn't happen. Then 16 seconds, y'all know what happened. 16 seconds into that second round, man, Oliveira hit him with a little chin check, put his ass to sleep. But yeah, I almost would rather see Oliveira and Chandler again, man, just because I feel like that's the money fight. I feel like that's the money fight.
Which one?
Chandler and Oliveira. Chandler's one of my favorite fighters in the UFC right now, man. I fucking love Chandler, dude.
I want to see Makachev. I want to see this other guy, how you say his name, Chimaev
or Chimaev?
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to see Chimaev get a title shot in that weight division.
I do too, man. I felt like that
Chimaev is a bad motherfucker.
He's a bad motherfucker, dude. And I felt like he learned a lot from his last fight against Burns, man. I felt like that's the fight he needed to take him to that next level. Like he needed someone to like put him to the test.
So I don't know how we got on the UFC, but with the Mavs, who did you think's winning that game tomorrow? Somehow we went from talking basketball straight to the UFC.
I know. Hey, there's some good ass.
I love watching UFC.
I love UFC.
Boxing. You see that big boxing I got announced?
Who's that?
Canelo and Triple G3.
Canelo already getting other fights going. He need to take his ass a break after that.
I forget what day, but he's going to be fighting Triple G again.
He better take a fight he can win.
And there was a lot of people saying that they thought he won that fight. I'm like, what fight did you watch?
There's always biased fucking people.
What fight did you watch?
Fucking always biased people. Oh boy, beat the brakes off of him.
Did you watch the fight blindfolded?
He must have, because old boy got the best of him.
Yeah.
And but he didn't he go up a weight class or two, fight that kid.
But another thing I was going to ask you about, does a lot of people have been saying that the NBA needs to fix the playoffs because this year's playoffs has had the most blowout wins over 20 games or 20 points than in NBA history. And the same thing with hockey. Hockey's had the most, I forget what the spread was, but the most blowouts that they've ever had in a playoff. A lot of people say that we're saying the NBA needs to fix the playoffs, but how what can you do? What can you do to prevent blowouts? There's always a chance that a game can be a blowout, no matter. I mean, what do you change that's going to say there's not that's going to help not be as many blowouts?
One thing I thought they maybe should do is make the first two rounds, or maybe the first three, everything but the championship, make it 5 games.
But how's that going to affect the blowouts though?
Because you don't feel like you can let games slide at that point, because you can only lose 3.
But I don't think it's like letting the game slide. Though I just think it's like with the Mavs. If they're not hitting their threes, they're not going to win. If they hit their threes, they're going to have a good shot to win. You know what I mean? So, but if they're not hitting their threes, there's a chance that they could get blown out, especially if you're playing a high-powered offensive team.
What's weird to me is that it's never really been like this until this year. What changed? Because it's kind of always been a 3-point.
I think it's just the pace of the game. The pace of the game is sped up, so you get more shots. So now now the score goes up more when a team goes on one of them 4 or 5 minute droughts and not scoring. You know what I mean? Because if you go say we're playing and your team goes on a 4 minute drought and we're playing a fast pace, that's more opportunities I'm getting to score. Especially if I'm getting easy buckets and off fast breaks and stuff like that. Turnovers, live ball turnovers kill you.
I really can't make sense. I really don't know what the fuck's going on with this blowout shit.
Yeah, and I don't know I don't know what you could like specifically do to fix it. The only thing what I'd like to see the NBA do is even the schedules out more. Instead of playing the teams in your division 4 times a year, play the teams in your division like 2 times a year, and then play like the rest of the NBA. That way everybody plays like everybody, and you're not just a team's not just playing their division every year, and a team that's in a bad division has 4 games apiece against all those bad teams in their division. Well, then their record can be ballooned. Where you see what I'm saying? They could have a better record just because they played so many games against bad teams because of their division. Even the division schedules out where instead of playing 4 apiece, play like 2 apiece, and then add games against the rest of the NBA. Even that schedule out where then more of the schedules are about the same instead of having some teams that have a tough ass schedule and some teams that have a weak ass schedule. You're still going to get some blowouts because some teams are going to be better one year than next year not be as good. But I think that would help because everybody would almost play the equal competition throughout the season because you play everybody. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the regular season, I mean, there's more blowouts. I feel like in the playoffs than there is in the regular season. Like the regular season teams.
No, well, I'm saying if you do that, then when you get in your playoffs, you're not going to have a team that maybe shouldn't be in the playoffs because they only got there because they won 12 division games. You see what I'm saying? Then that team won't be there, so you'll have a better team in the playoffs, and then I think that might help some of the blowouts in the playoffs because a team that maybe isn't ready to be in the playoffs yet, but got it in there because their division was so weak. If you even out the schedule where everybody plays almost the same level of competition, then I think you can weed out some of them teams like that, and then that might help some. It's not going to solve it 100%, but I think it would help to even the schedule out where like the Pacers, if they had where they don't maybe they have one of the toughest schedules in the league, and the Lakers have the easiest schedule. You know what I mean? No, try to make it where the schedules look pretty even. Basically, where you play everybody, play your division guys twice a year instead of 4. That way, the division games, a team can't just basically make the playoffs by just winning some division games against the lower level teams.
Yeah, I can see that, man. I don't know. NBA's got to do something because I can't take much more of this shit. This playoffs has been terrible. I mean, I hate to say it because I love basketball, but this playoffs, I mean, if a fucking team goes down 10 points, next thing you know is 20. Next thing you know is fucking 30. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Well, especially in this Boston and Miami series, there hasn't been a close game yet. Every game is no
Fucking blowout.
no matter who's won has been a blowout.
I think it's more of a mentality of these teams right now. This year is the first year, but I feel like these teams this year, there's some kind of thing going around where if you start getting down too much, just throw in a towel and save your energy for the next game. Like, I feel like that's got a lot to do with it because these teams are fucking, they get down 20 points and they just throw in a fucking towel.
Yeah.
They just throw in, don't waste your energy on this game. We'll get them next game. That's what the fucking Heat did last game, and then fucked them because now they fucking got beat at home by 30 fucking points, and now they're fucked. Now they got to go to Celtics and win fucking game 6.
And it's not
happening.
It's not going to happen.
So they fucked themselves. Fucking just, you can't come out and score 1 point in fucking the first 8 minutes of the game because you know you might want to take a game off. Oh, we'll win at home. We'll take this game off. We'll win at home. We'll save our energy for home, and we'll win that.
Yeah,
I can't. That's a lot to do.
And I actually have that wrote down right here. That was the next question I was going to ask you about because I do think that happens a lot. They'll start getting down a little bit, and we'll just wait the next game. And
it's never been like that.
And the thing is that you're living dangerously thinking like that.
Yes.
Because what happens? You come out the next game and you're shooting cold.
Yes.
You can't just give up, especially in the playoffs, especially when you get in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. You can't just give fucking games away. It just don't happen. If you do, you're not going to win a championship.
I'm sick of these fucking players thinking they need so much.
That's why
rest.
That's why I was disappointed in the Warriors last night. Is you don't even give a team a chance to think that they can beat you. If you have them down 3-0, you come out that fourth game fired up and play. You don't come in there thinking, "Oh, it really don't matter if we lose this game. We have another game." No, that's the type of attitude to get your ass get your ass where you're going to be the first team in history to get beat after being up 3-0. Go out there that fourth game and play like you did the other 3 games that you won. Win the series. Then you get over a week off to rest and probably going to get Gary Payton Jr. back. That's going to help them. They might have a chance to get Iguodala back some. That will help them on defense, especially against these Eastern Conference teams that are physical and play a physical style and good defense. So they could really use Payton and Iguodala. But you don't give a team life. You don't put that. You don't put when you're in the Eastern. I don't care if you're the NBA Finals, Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals, high school state basketball championship game. If you have a team now and you do not let any belief at all that they can beat you get crept in their head.
And I'm telling you right now,
because once you give them a little confidence and they get hot shooting, anything can happen. Do I think the Warriors are going to choke this? I don't. But you can see it happen. And a lot of it's to do with mental shit. This game ain't that. If we lose this game, it's not that big a deal. They got to beat this 4 in a row. There's no way they're going to be able to do that. And that's that thinking is what, when you go out there, then you don't put you feel like you're competing at your highest level, but you're not putting your all into it because you already got that in the back of your head is, this game ain't as important because we got another game tomorrow if we lose.
Exactly. And every team this year is doing that shit. I've never seen it before. And like I said, the Warriors better hope they win this fucking next game because the Mavericks are going to be feeling pretty damn good if they win this fucking next game. So I'm just saying, Warriors better fucking come out and give it their all. They better not get caught slipping. And the Warriors almost did that shit with the Grizzlies. If the Grizzlies had Ja, I don't even know if the fucking Warriors would have won that series.
It would have been. I mean, they've been closer. I'm not going to say they would have won, but they would have had a chance.
The Grizzlies were beating the Warriors by 10, 15 points going into the fourth quarter without Ja Morant at Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just saying, and the Warriors be playing with fire, man. They're one of the worst teams about it this year. We'll get them next. Fucking Draymond and Steph out there dancing and shit. That shit had me heated. That shit, I'm not with that shit, man. Yeah. Fuck that shit. I'm sick of this fucking soft ass league. Like, I'm sorry, I've never been the one to be saying the league's soft and shit, but this shit,
dude, it is
pissing me off.
The league is soft, dude. The stuff they call flagrant fouls now is some of it is such bullshit. Just because it looks a little hard, it's a flagrant foul. No, It's not if there's a flagrant foul is excessive force to a vulnerable guy when when there's no reason for it. It's not just because you foul a guy a little hard. Oh, he grazed the top of his head, so that's a flagrant foul. Come on.
And the officiating been terrible
Oh,
this playoffs. Been fucking terrible. And to be honest, Chris, they're letting it get to where that regular season flopping shit, they're getting to the point now where they're letting that shit happen in the playoffs. This is the first year that I've seen them let that flopping shit go in the playoffs. It's been watch a playoff game. You're gonna see a motherfucker fall every play. A motherfucker's falling down, flopping, and getting away
not
with
just
it.
That. Well, not just that. You know what drives me nuts? Before we talk about that, is every time a player it don't matter which team. Every time a player goes up, drives to the goal, and it looks like there might have been a little contact, and the ref don't call foul. They're turning around arguing with the ref about the call, and then there's the long pass, easy bucket, because instead of getting back and playing fucking defense, you're arguing with the referee over a foul call, and it don't matter. You're not going to get it changed. Only way it's going to get changed if your coach decides to challenge it. Get your ass back down the court and play defense.
It's like every team never got into playoff mode this year. It's like everyone stayed in regular season mode.
Yeah,
that's what the playoffs has looked like. Like everyone has just stayed in fucking regular season mode. Tony G.
Damian Hernandez says, "Do y'all see KD going back to Golden State? I wish he would, because for one reason, I don't think he ever should have left. I don't understand why you leave Steph and Clay.
You don't leave that.
But I mean, so I wish he would, because he'd be in a better situation. I don't think he will. I don't know what he's going to do. To be honest with you,
it didn't make no sense why he left, and another reason why it doesn't make any sense why he left is what you leave Golden State because you think people don't think you can win with not on a super team, which I'll never claim Golden State as a super team because they drafted those players.
Only person they didn't draft was KD.
And they have every right, in my eyes, to go get one other star.
Who in the hell is the new guy?
Hey, you know who it is, man, up in the building. Tyrese Halliburton. Just call me Halliburton. But look, and KD, but then he goes and creates another super team. Fucking gets Kyrie Irving and James Harden. I mean, what's the fucking difference, bro? I mean, what's the difference? KD got some issues in his...
Before James Harden, they had Simmons.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, come on, man. Now you creating your own super team.
Right? Or
you leave...
Or was Simmons after... Simmons was after Harden.
Yeah, they traded for him. Yeah. Traded for Simmons, but...
So then you got Simmons that wouldn't play. And I think that's another problem NBA has. They have a lot of these guys that they want to make that NBA money, but they really don't want to play.
They got it too easy in the NBA
They don't want to play.
They got it too easy in the NBA. And like I've heard
Kyrie hasn't played more than 65 games in the last 8 years. The last 8 seasons, he has not played over 65 games. He's missed over 20 games every season for the last 7, 8 years.
They let him get away with that shit. That's why fucking they get
away. And I'm not talking about him sitting out over the vaccine, because if you don't feel like that's the right thing for you to do, that, hey, that's your body. That's up to you. So I'm not going to bash the guy for that. But not even counting that, there's 6 or 7 other years that you're missing over 20. Over 20 games a season
for personal reasons. Wasn't playing for personal. Just wasn't fucking playing.
And then they, like, Ben Simmons is suing to try to get his money. You didn't do your job.
These NBA players got it too easy, bro. They got it too fucking easy. And that's why I think a lot of them are getting injured and shit, because they're not playing. I feel like, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I've heard doctors say this shit. I feel like your body is going to respond better if you play 82 games. If you play 82 games, I feel like you're less likely to get injured than playing 60 games. I don't think it's good for your body to play that hard. I feel like it's better to just continue fucking playing instead of going out there busting your ass, then taking 4 days off, then going out there busting your ass, then taking 3 days off, then going out there and busting your ass. I feel like the more you do it, those muscles will build up stronger if you're doing it all the time consistently. Your muscles will build up and get used to that.
They say you have to do something like 400,000 times or something for it to become muscle memory. So if you're taking games off, and not just that, when you and just like any other sport, and we went through it in wrestling. When you the more your body gets used to it, your body gets callous to it. So then
Yes.
you get used to it. If you're playing hard one game and not playing hard for 4 or 5 games and playing hard, your body's not having a chance to get used to doing it all the time.
Exactly.
And then you try to do something, and that's when you blow out something. If your body's used to you playing the same way every time, I think there's less injuries. I do think there is something behind that.
I agree.
I really do.
I think they got to ass backwards. And I feel like it's a lot of it is just an excuse for these motherfuckers to get paid for not having to work. I think that's what a lot of it boils down to. Kawhi Leonard, he is that guy. He fucking does not want to work and wants to get paid. I don't even know if is Kawhi even in the league anymore. I don't even know if he's in the league anymore.
He's still on the Clippers. I forgot he was, but he still is.
I mean, he shouldn't be. He should just be out of the league. He don't play anyways, man. That dude don't want to play. He gonna milk an injury as long as he can so he don't gotta fucking play and just get paid. Fucking idiots for paying his ass.
I can't. Hey, if somebody's gonna pay you, you gotta take the money.
Oh yeah, I guess. But once this contract is up, his ass is done because he does not want to play. His ass ain't that hurt. Ain't no way he's that fucking hurt.
What do you think about the NBA all NBA teams? Do you think they got it right?
Hell no. And I'll tell you one fucking reason why. How in the fuck is LBJ, the motherfucking king, the motherfucking GOAT? How is he third team All NBA?
Where do you think it should be at?
Number one.
Oh, you're
numero uno.
Dude, come on now.
Uno.
You don't believe that.
Numero uno, baby.
You don't believe that.
LBJ, baby. Number one. He automatically, if he's in the league, he automatically All NBA.
You don't believe that at all.
100% believe it.
Shit. You couldn't even say it was a straight face.
100% believe it. If LeBron won this, he should have won the scoring title, but he said, fuck it.
I could see maybe him being on the second team, switching him and Durant. And putting Durant
he should have definitely been.
But he shouldn't have been on the first team.
No motherfucking way, no how is LeBron James getting swept by the fucking Boston Celtics. I don't give a fuck who's on his team. You could put that motherfucker on the Orlando Magic and they winning at least 2 games. Ain't no way, no how the motherfucking LeBron is getting swept by the Boston Celtics. It will never happen, ever happen. There's no way LeBron, I don't give a fuck who he's playing with, what team he's on, who he's playing, Golden State, first round of the playoffs. Ain't no way he's ever getting swept in the playoffs.
I fucking Skip Bayless Jr. Fucking Skip Bayless Jr. came in the studio tonight. Don't believe a fucking word that's coming out of his mouth. He's just saying some shit trying to troll people. Knowing he don't fucking believe it.
Hey man, LBJ's the GOAT, man. That's
too much. You can, if you want to say he's the GOAT, you can say that, but you can't tell me that he should be the first team All NBA this year.
First team.
There ain't no way in hell.
First team, number one. He could have been 1 through 3, and then you could have just had like.
I'll be honest. The only problem I had with it is I didn't like Booker being on the first team.
I can't believe Booker was on.
I thought either Steph or Morant should have been on the first team over Booker. That was the only thing that really I thought should have been different. Really, but
only reason they put Booker on there is because they had to give respect to the first place team.
And I think it was too because when he didn't make it like last year or whatever, it cost him like $30 million on his contract signing. Because if you make them All NBA teams, you can make more money on your max contract. Your max contract goes up. So yeah, them All NBA teams is a big deal because depending on if you get on them teams, if you don't make that team, you like he lost like he could have made $30 more million if he made the All NBA team last year.
See, that just lets me know right there. That's why it's rigged. Because I just couldn't. I was in disbelief when I found LeBron was third team. I was like, this can't be rigged.
Oh, dude.
So now it makes sense.
LeBron was where LeBron belonged. He's getting old.
He's young as hell, man. He's still young as hell, man. He's
getting old. They couldn't make the playoffs.
AD was hurt. That's the only reason they didn't make the playoffs. AD was hurt. If AD was healthy, they'd have probably be in the championship.
First everybody wants to blame it on Russell Westbrook. Now we're blaming it on AD. Whose fault is it?
AD.
And you know who took the fall for all of it?
Westbrook.
No, Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
They used fucking Frank Vogel as a scapegoat.
Hell yeah, they did. You knew that though. That's why they hired him. They couldn't
Well,
hire.
I'm telling you, there's no way I'm taking the fucking job to go coach the Lakers, and you tell me that you're picking my assistant, you're picking my staff. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You want me to be the head coach? I'm bringing in my staff. I'm picking my assistant coaches. You're not telling me who I'm going to have to try to work with. You don't know if you're going to have good chemistry with them guys. The guys that have worked there a long time, they're going to be better. To me, that's a better fit because they know how each other operate. They're used to working together. Why would you want to try to tell a coach, you got to learn how to work with this guy? I'd be like,
hey, what happened the first year?
And that's what happened with Tyronn Lue. They wanted Lue, but they wouldn't let him pick it. They wanted to pick it off his coaches.
Lakers
and Tyronn Lue's like, fuck that, I'm not doing that.
They should have got Tyronn because that boy can coach. He can coach, man. He's one of my favorite coaches in the league. I wish they would have got him so LeBron could have probably had 3 chips by now in LA. But, man, I definitely don't think Doc Rivers is the answer. I'll tell you that. Because I don't think he's
I don't think Doc Rivers. And then the Lakers started talking about they were trying to get Juwan Howard. He told him he wasn't interested, which I knew that because he has his two sons are getting ready to come to Michigan and play. He's gonna stay there and coach his sons. Plus, why you got a great job at your alma mater. Why leave to go try to coach the Lakers?
What do you think about
this point?
What do you think about this though?
I'm listening.
Have the first ever player/coach with LeBron James.
No, ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It wouldn't work either.
If you wanted to win championships, like LA Lakers, look at me in my eyes. If you want to win championships, you let LeBron coach and play.
The thoughts of Skip Bayless Jr. over here are his thoughts. It is not the thoughts of the Gonzo'S Sports Room show.
Hey, this is the thought. Chris tells me this shit all the time off camera. He said, man, LeBron should just coach and play. I said, Chris, that's a hell of an idea. He said, you say it, though, because I don't want to have to come out and give him the real. I said, all right, Chris, I'll say it.
It wouldn't work.
Nah, LeBron's waiting. He's waiting to play with Bronny. That's really the only reason he's probably still playing.
It wouldn't work, and it wouldn't work for the same reason I think it don't work for when a lot of these great players get done playing when they try to become head coaches, because when you're that great, like a Jordan or a LeBron or them guys, you expect everybody else to be able to do what you do.
Yep.
And everybody can't. So I think it's hard for them guys to really scout the talent and learn how to use the guys in the best way, because they expect them guys, hey man, you should have done this. Yeah. But they don't understand. Them guys can't do that. They're not you.
Their mind ain't working like your mind. They don't have the IQ LeBron's got, so they're not even thinking like that when they're out there. I have that problem with Liam, like my son, man. He be playing his sports and I be getting mad. I'm like, man, I just gotta remember he's just a kid. He can't, because man, I just shit get under my skin. But,
one more topic I want to get into before we get out of here. A little NFL topic. Do you think Deshaun Watson is going to get suspended?
He definitely getting suspended. He definitely going to get suspended.
Let me rephrase that. Do you think he's going to get suspended because they found something and they really think that it happened? Or is he going to get suspended because the NFL really don't have a choice, because if they don't suspend him, the media and all the fans are going to turn on him and kill him? Do you think that's going to be the main reason that he gets a suspension?
I think it'll be like 70% because the media and shit. I mean, like they gotta do it because of the media and shit. Because how the media.
Oh yeah, if the NFL don't do it, they're gonna get buried.
But I think,
but the NFL's big enough they would survive it. But there will be people. I mean, that's all people are going to be talking about, and that's not what the NFL wants going into starting to gear up for a new season.
But like 30% because of what he did, or what he's accused of doing. That's one thing I hate. They'd be saying it like he 100% did it.
Well, that was the thing. That was the only problem. Like the 2 women that came out, or now I think there's 4 that came out and talked on TV and radio and stuff. And I understand they're upset that Brown shouldn't have gave him $230 million, made him now high paid player. Here's the thing: And I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything, but he has not been convicted of any crime. Whatever evidence that they had, they didn't feel that it was good enough that they to get through. Well, they didn't get through two grand juries. So that tells you that even if I'm not saying nothing didn't happen, but it tells you that whatever evidence they had must have been a lot of circumstantial stuff because they didn't feel like they could prosecute and win a case.
Right.
So so you're saying just because somebody gets accused of something, they shouldn't be allowed to go out and make a living? I mean, that's his job. That's how he makes a living. So to me, I don't have a problem with them giving him a job, signing him. He was signed, and he was also signed with the understanding that he might end up getting suspended. Who knows? Whatever happens, that team and that the Browns are willing to accept that because they think he's going to help him that much, which I think he is going to help him a lot when he does get to play. But I just hate this thing that we think if somebody gets accused of something, they automatically should be canceled, shouldn't be able to have a living, they should be fucking homeless off the face of the earth. No, hey, that's his job. That's how he makes his livelihood. Yes, did he do something wrong? Maybe. I don't know. Nobody knows except him and them women. Nobody knows the truth of what happened.
It's all hearsay. It's all
And, I,
fucking
and I'm not.
hearsay.
I'm saying it didn't happen. I think he'll get suspended. I think he's going to get suspended 6 games.
Yeah, something like that.
Is what I think is going to happen. I think he'll get suspended 6 games just because they'll use that the what do they call it, their damn policy or whatever, your ethics and stuff like that. They'll use that the code of conduct. They'll use the NFL code of conduct against him, so he'll get some kind of suspension. I know he met with them he met with the NFL for 3 days last week. And they said that's the first time that anybody that's been like in that situation has met with them more than one day. So
Hey, I you think he did it though?
I don't know, man. I mean, I, I think something had to happen.
Yeah.
To the extent of what, I don't know.
I think
I mean, but I would think for 22 women to come out and accuse you, I would think something would have had to happen.
I think
But but also you can't just because somebody's accused of something, they shouldn't be. You're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. And somehow that's got somehow in the public's eyes and in people's heads that's gotten reversed. Everybody assumes that you're guilty until you get proven innocent. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be you're innocent until proven guilty. And that's one. And I think that's one bad thing that social media has really escalated.
I think he did it, man. No, I don't look, man. I think he.
I think so. I think to some kind of extent something happened because there are 22 women accusing him of the same thing. You know what I mean? But
right. I don't even want to, say that he did it. But I heard one of the girls come out and talk, and she was saying that he was like, trying to get her to like she was giving him a massage like on his stomach or something, and he was like trying to get her to go down there and shit. But he never forced any of them to, what he did ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But at least he wasn't like raping these women and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to put what I'm trying to say into words, so I don't even want to say it. You know what I mean, though? But like, I think he deserves to get suspended. And I think
something had to happen for that many women to come out, and for this many women to now they even come out in public like they are. So I think something had to happen. I don't know to what extent. I do think he'll get some kind of suspension, and I think it's probably about 50-50. 50% of it will probably be because of some of the stuff that's been said about him and stuff, and what the women say and how their investigation went. And I think the other 50% is if they don't, that's all people are going to talk about for the whole year. Every time if the Cleveland Browns was on a prime time game, that's all you're going to hear about is that the Browns signed him and he didn't get suspended and he got to do whatever he wants and get away with it. So I think the NFL's in a position where they almost have to give him a suspension.
You got to make it to the public. You got to make it feel like he had some sort of punishment.
Because I mean, I don't know. And if he done it, he deserves whatever punishment he gets. Yeah. I don't know. And I mean, nobody's going to know. Like we said, them are only two people. Well, not just him two, him and whatever women, all the women that there was, them are only the ones that are going to know. Yeah. And that's so it's never going to come out because there's three sides to every story. So you know what I mean. There's your side, their side, and the truth. So we're never going to know the complete truth on it.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to fill him out. You know,
Uh,
I bet he one time got a massage and shit went down, and he was like, he got into it after that or something. And that, dude's kind of weird, man, because to be having all them massage therapists and shit, that's just weird in itself. So he was definitely up to some weird shit. But hey, man, punish the man, do what you got to do to him, and then let him live his life, man, because he ain't out here fucking raping women and shit. So that's what I'm gonna say, man.
all right. You have any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
Dallas coming back, gonna be the first team ever to pop that 3-0
He
comeback.
don't. Hey, he don't believe that. He don't believe that.
He gonna go crazy, and
He don't believe that, and he don't believe that LeBron James is the GOAT either.
And LeBron James is the GOAT. That's one thing I gotta get off my chest, man. LeBron's sitting on that throne up there, man. Maybe one day Giannis will catch him. Maybe one day Luka will catch him. But they got a long way to go to catch up to big body Bron. So, you know, shout out to Luka though. He nasty.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. Don't forget we are live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. I hit a parlay over the weekend. Come join us. You can find that show on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube at Gonzo'S Sports Room. And you can also find the show on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter at the All Sports, All Plays ASAP Sports Network channel. If you haven't subscribed to the ASAP Sports Network channel, make sure you go over there and check it out. A lot of talent over there. I host an afternoon show over there Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, the ASAP Afternoon Blitz. Come join me for that. I'm also on a morning show over there usually. But if you haven't followed or liked, subscribed or anything to the Gonzo Sports Room pages, go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That's all social media is where we post everything for the Gonzo Sports Room. The G.S.R. shows live Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We have a pro wrestling podcast, PWR. It comes out every week, Sundays at 9 a.m. So we'll have a new episode dropping this Sunday of it. We'll be if you're from the Muncie area, we'll be at the Downtown Muncie Car Show on June 4th. Live coverage from the car show there in downtown Muncie. So looking forward to that on the 4th. Got a big wrestling show coming up in Kokomo on June 11th. So we have a lot of things going on. I'll be going to an Indiana Fever game here probably in the next few days as a reporter representing the ASAP All Sports, All Plays Network. So that be on the lookout from some pictures and some stuff from that. Got anything, Steve?
Oh man, just appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Shout out to All Sports, All Plays, G.S.R, man, GWR. You know how we do it, man.
But, thanks for joining us. We will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for Easy Money, a sports betting show. Have a good night. Peace.